Hey guys, Sup Up here, and I'm bringing you another Rome Total War online commentary battle. This is a 30k CWB battle, which I'm definitely not accustomed to, but I had it set for 15k when I hosted this battle, but my opponent asked for it to be raised a little bit, so I accepted. So I am in command of the Julii Romans, the Romans in red right here. And my opponent, whose name is Soccer, is in command of the Scipii Romans in blue, right over here. Alright, so let's take a look at each army really quick. In my army, I have 6 units of urban cohorts, and these guys are heavily upgraded. They are gold and 2 experience chevrons each. So they are definitely a powerful force to be reckoned with. Next, I have 6 units, 6 units of Archer Auxilia, and this is a very powerful ranging force for the Romans. Probably wasn't too smart for the Denarii I set, but I wanted a little bit of a range force to work on my opponent's morale. Next up, I have 2 units of Triarii, and these guys are to fend off my opponent's cav. And finally, I have 4 units of Praetorian cavalry, and they are heavily upgraded. Now let's take a quick look at my opponent's army. You can see that he has 2 units that he sent right into battle, and these 2 units are Auxilia units. He was, I believe, attempting to make me waste my Pilla, but it did not work. Next, he has 5 units of urban cohorts, and these guys are ridiculously upgraded. They are gold, and I believe 3 experience chevrons. So they're extremely powerful. You can see I'm already going at it with them. Next up, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe 5 units of Praetorian cavalry. And these guys are absolute powerhouses because he upgraded these guys quite heavily too. They are gold, and 1 experience chevron. So that is a very powerful force. So there is nothing really too special about this battle, but I figure I'd bring it to you guys. Oh yes, I also forgot to mention that I did bring 2 units of not Archer Auxilia, Cavalry Auxilia, which are spear throwing cav. But you can see that one of them is routed over there, and I also sent one up the other flank, but they have routed as well. So basically, all this is right now is a huge mosh pit in the center with urban cohorts against urban cohorts. And I have also swung my cavalry around in order to do some flanking action. Also on each flank, I have used my Triarii to intercept my opponent's cav, and this was all merely to stop his advance. And the same thing you can see is happening over on this flank. In this flank, however, I also have a set of my Praetorian cavalry in there as well, along with my Triarii, so it's definitely going to go my way there. And here I was extremely happy to see that I'm starting to have success in the center, and you can see routing happening all over. I was a little bit worried about this fight, considering the upgrades his urbans had, but once I got my cavalry behind and my Triarii eating up his cavalry, it was pretty much game over right there. And there his general is just going to run away. So with this final charge right here, I am basically going to end the match. And basically my opponent really has nothing left to do, so he's going to admit defeat here in just 1 second, and there he goes. So it was a pretty good fight. All it took was a little maneuvering to get around his squadrons and get my cavalry on his flank, and it was pretty much a dead set victory for me. But I do have another battle to bring you guys, so I'm bringing you 2 battles in 1 video, so look forward to that. So I'll be back with the next battle. Hey guys, this is the second battle of this set that I wanted to bring you guys, and unlike the last fight that you just saw, this is actually a 15k CWB battle, whereas the last one was 30k. So we're jumping around a bit. Alright, so in this fight, I am in command of the Carthaginians, and my opponent, Maximus, is in command of the Greek city-states. Let's take a look at each army really quick. My army consists of 6 sets of slingers, and they are gold, I believe. And you can see that that's a pretty powerful range force for Carthage. The Rhodian slingers are better, but this is a sufficient range force for this fight. Alright, next up I have 6 units of Sacred Band Hoplites, and you can see them right here. So they are definitely very, very cool with their outfits here. And I really love Carthage, as I'm sure you guys know. Carthage is my favorite faction, so yeah, it's definitely fun to use them. Next up, I have 2 sets of Pointy Infantry, and I believe these guys are gold as well. And finally, I have 4 sets of Long Shield Cavalry, and these guys are all gold. Alright, now let's take a look at my opponent's army. My opponent's army consists of 4 sets of Cretan archers, which definitely was not enough range to handle 6 sets of slingers, because you can see them being shredded. You can see a bunch of them are already dead. Behind them, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 Spartan Hoplites. You can see these guys right here. And yes, he did break the rules of CWB, which I didn't even really notice during the fight, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, he actually did break the rules, but that's alright. So 8 sets of Spartan Hoplites. And then finally, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 sets of Militia Cavalry. So he actually broke the rules a lot more than I thought. Oh jeez, I'd never really even noticed this during the fight. Oh well. So it was a very good fight in any case. So you can see that his archer line has just been completely obliterated. You can see that just because of my numerical superiority, they just got shredded. But the Spartan line is going to be the real worry. I'm not concerned really for his cav or for his archers in this fight. It was more so his infantry that scared me. And I never really noticed they even broke the rules on the infantry, but oh well. So basically, he's content to sit back and wait for me to come into his Sarissas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this opportunity to reform my lines. And I have my Pointy Infantry intermixed. Let's see if I can spot one of them. Here's one of my Pointy Infantry right here. And I have also, now that I've won the ranged engagement, I have moved my slingers behind my lines in order to weaken the morale of my enemy, and also to try to get rid of this militia cavalry, because they are becoming somewhat of a nuisance. Basically, he's using them to stall my cavalry, because he believes he can win a straight-up infantry engagement, which he very well might be right on. So, I decided to move up my phalanx line just a little bit close to him, and I'm still trying to see if he feels content to come up, and sure enough, he does not. So I'm going to have to make the aggressive push here. And once he sees I'm making the aggressive push, he's going to push forward as well. So I am typically putting a couple of units on one set of Spartans just to try to get a numerical superiority, because the Spartans do excel in this type of a fight. But I'm hoping that I can overpower them. However, if you look, they have no upgrades, so this is the decisive factor that really kind of won it for me. So at this point, I'm pushing my cavalry squadrons along each flank, over on my left and over on my right, and I'm going to do a flank attack and just completely stomp over all of these Spartans. Because he does not have the cav to hold me back with, he just can't do anything about this. This is just he can't do anything about this, really. His only real hope in this type of a situation would have been to keep a reserve unit of Spartans to fend off my cavalry, but even that, because they're light cavalry, which I wanted to bring in this type of a situation, I can easily just maneuver around them. So you can see the infantry fight has gone completely my way. All he has left is his general unit, who I'm going to just quickly surround. So you can see that he is just being diced up by my Sarissas, and it's not looking too good for him. You can actually see him right in front of all of his men marching forward. Not sure what he's marching to, but now he's going to stop. And yeah, so there's the general that led this failed attack on the Carthaginians. So there he's going to run away because he was just completely surrounded. And I believe my opponent was seeing that it was impossible for him to do anything in this situation, so he's going to charge all of his militia cavalry right into my Sarissas. and that's just going to be cleaning them up. And over here, my slingers get a little taste of some melee, and I rush them into melee with this militia cavalry, and my slingers actually rout them, so that was funny. And in the last unit left on the field at this point is the general unit of Spartans, which stopped routing. You can see the general is there, trying to rally his men forth, and he's going to march right back into the Carthaginian hands, and I'm just rushing up a set of Sacred Band, and this is all I'll need. I'm going to stop short, and I'm just going to drop my Sarissas, and I'll let you guys watch the ending of this, but I'm going to put it in triple speed, well, actually double speed, just because this is basically the end of the fight. We'll just get to the results screen. You can see me just overwhelming him with all my force, and I am going to just surround and pound him. Unfortunately, he does get away, but that's alright.
And break the will of his followers.
Alright, so basically that was the end of the fight. You can see all of his men have routed, and I do hope you guys enjoyed this 2-battle set video. Once again, if you guys ever want a matchup with me, just leave it down in the comments. Happy to fight anyone. And yeah, this is where I leave you, YouTube. See ya.